Hello everyone, and hope you all are doing good during such trying times. So here I am, Priyanka Adhikari again, and this is my second YouTube video. And last time we had met regarding how I traveled with my cat in the flight during COVID-19. And again, I am here today to discuss about a topic very well known to few of the pet owners, first time for me, and I thought I will share this experience with fellow pet owners also, and I will see how this entire journey I will share with you guys how this entire journey was with me and Shifu. So Shifu is my cat. So she is 1 year old this year, and she has given birth this time, and I'm going to share this story. And while I share, I was making some notes so that I can remember a few of the important points. So I have decided to run you through this whole experience into 5 sectors. The first thing, I'll share the symptoms of a cat which is pregnant. The other one is mostly the prenatal, the gestation period, and the postpartum. The next one is the safety measures that you should take care during the such times where there is a lockdown and you might not have things available near you, and also you don't have a vet to visit you. So how I pass this entire thing, and the first heat, or the first after the delivery, how it was for Shifu when the first heat had appeared. And lastly, I would like to share my personal view towards whether spaying your cat is necessary or not, and how I feel about it. So to start with, the first thing is about the symptoms. So first of all, when Shifu is with me at my native now since some time, and we were very she was inside the house almost, but she got a habit of going out and coming back. And in certain stages it happened that she went and she disappeared for 1 or 2 days and she didn't come back. And that was the time when she was in heat, and I thought most probably that was the time she had mated with a male cat. And I was not aware until and unless I saw that so in the internet you'll see there are symptoms which are quite obvious to notice on a cat, but it is very difficult for first time cat owners, and for me also it was quite difficult. So the first thing which is pretty obvious, which you'll see in the internet, is the pinking of the nipples. And these particular days, you'll see that the when you try to pet your cat, when on the stomach, the nipples are quite prominent, they're very pinkish, and you will observe a difference. So for me it was also there, but I had somewhat ignored it, and I did not realize that that would be one of the reasons of the pregnancy. And by February of I would say not exactly February, um, I think in March 2021, I would say that I could see a bit of swelling in the belly, and especially my mother was very observant about this, and she had mentioned that I think Shifu is pregnant. So after a few days we saw that there was movements in her belly, and it was quite prominent that she is carrying like kittens in her belly. So there were times when I could sense in Shifu that there was a change in her daily appetite. She used to eat a lot, and her regular diet seemed to be a bit more compared to how she was previously. And there was one typical difference, that she is a Whiskas kitten. I call her a Whiskas kitten because she doesn't eat anything else apart from Whiskas or the packet food, the wet food and the dry food. But like in the time of like towards the end, let's say the second week of March, I'll be giving her the gestation period as well. So in the second week of March, I could see that whenever there's fish cooking in the house or there's a chicken cooking in the house, she just couldn't resist it. Even tin fish or canned fish, she will just go cranky about it, and she's so loud about it that she will want a piece of that meat. And surprisingly, after her delivery, she doesn't even go near it now. So I could see the difference in her, and her appetite had also increased. And there was a time when she was looking for a space. So you'll see in the internet also, it is mentioned by quite a lot of pet bloggers that they look for a space where they can birth. So knowing that, by that time I was also pretty confident that okay, she is going to give birth. And first thing, guys, you cannot let any outlet in the house. You just cannot let her to go out during this time. It's a very crucial period, and the male especially, he knows where the female is, and he will start lurking outside the house, and he will try to get her along with him. And so that's why you have to be very, very careful if at all this kind of situation comes up. So we were very careful, and we thought of giving her a space. So we gave her, so as you know, during such times you'll hardly get so I tried my best with whatever was available with me. I had a big carton box and then some blankets, and I just covered. I will share the picture of. So I just covered it on top and on below, so that it's quite comfortable for them, and it's quite spacious. And I kept it in a dark place. First of all, I had kept it in the bathroom, but she avoided that place and she didn't go. But eventually I saw that she was not going to any of the spaces. She was just looking for a space. We gave her a small corner almost in all the houses, in all the rooms, but she did not. There was one day, finally, it was the 31st of March, when she was really meowing a lot. It was not her regular heat moaning, but she was meowing a lot, and she was just behind me. She was just behind me all the times. She was not eating also. She was just drinking water, and she was just behind me. And then I thought maybe this is something alarming. I need to speak to a vet. So thanks to Meeta, who's my friend as well as a vet, and I spoke to her on call, and she guided me that I think she is in labor and she is going to give birth, and mostly they do it during night. So I kept her with me. Shifu, she slept with me, and I was also a bit alert during that time, especially that night. I also couldn't sleep because she was moaning incessantly. And thank God that I got up in the middle of the night to see that her water hub broke, and I saw that she was trying to hide. So I picked her up and I put her inside the carton. I kept the carton box just near my bed. I covered the carton box with a small gap so that she can come out and go in. And it was around 4 in the morning, and I kept checking on her just to see that she doesn't need anything. I kept some water and some food just near the carton box, and she was around. She was not making any noises, but she was very cozy inside the box. So I kept checking on her till like 5:10, 5:15, and then I slept off. But when I woke up at around 6:30 and 7 in the morning, I could hear the small kitten noises, and I could think that, okay, I think it's done. So when I saw one kitten, and it was already cleaned up. So as you know that the kitten cleans up, the cat cleans up her kitten, and she herself cut the umbilical cord. And I was ready actually with a piece of with a pair of scissors and a few wet cloths and some blankets, just in case I need to. There is a very good video link. I will share it in the description, where it is shown how how it can be assisted. Sometimes some cats do need some assistance in terms of delivery. So I was really scared about that part, but thank God it was all well. And Shifu was also inside the box. That one day on the 1st of April, when the birth of the first kitten happened, she was all good and she was inside the box, and she had not come out for until some time. But I could see that in the evening she had come out to go to the loo, and she again went back inside, and she did not come out that night. Next day I saw that I could smell something. I could smell that there's something which is not right, and it was stinking. So I just wanted to keep a quick check, and I saw there was another kitten, and it was not alive. And it was really sad because it was such a cute kitten. And I thought maybe it was due to I don't know what, but it could not survive. But again, when I discussed this with my friend, then she mentioned that I think it's not right to. I think we should bury her, and you should not keep it like that. But again, that was a task, because how do you get them out, and how do you get the dead kitten out, because the mother won't let right. So what I did, I took another box. I just put some more comfy stuff, and I placed it right next to that carton box. And I picked Shifu up, and I just put her inside, so that she could feel that this is neat, and this is the new home basically. And surprisingly, she understood that. She went inside, and after that she got her kitten also inside. And she did not come out to look for the dead one. I immediately changed the box. I took the dead kitten. With the help of my brother and my family, I just went and buried her just near our house. She did not search for the dead kitten that day, but I can guarantee you she will come looking for it. And she did come looking for it the next day, and she was searching the whole house for it. And I could see that they can smell that it's not there. It took some time for her, as she was in anxiety. She took some time, around some 2 days to be normal, 2 to 3 days, and then she was fine. So that was the birth part. And now I will tell you about the gestation period. So ideally Shifu was in, like, you can say 60 plus minus 5 days, when the ideal gestation period of a cat. And she was I think she got impregnated much during the last week of Jan, and then she gave birth on the 1st of April. As of now, both the mother and the kitten are healthy, and I'll be sharing pics of them as well. And so the postpartum is such that she is obviously, the mother is overprotective about the kitten, and the kitten will feed on her the breast milk of the cat until at least, I can say, 2 months as of now. And she did I still cannot say if it's a boy or a girl. So I have started calling it Jinjin. So Jinjin, I don't know whether it's a male or female, and he or she tries to eat whatever Shifu eats, starts to drink water from past 1 week, and it's a bit difficult in terms of yeah, the first few 1 month the kittens urination and other stuff is mostly, you won't get to know about it. The mother will take care of it and you don't have to worry, because mostly it will be I could see that the feces of the kitten like once in 2 days, and it's something very easy to manage, so you don't have to worry about that right away. And the most important thing which I thought is that you have to be very careful, because they're so tiny, and once they start crawling and walking, you have to be so careful that they have to be within one room. Otherwise they can just walk out or exit and you won't get to know about it, so you have to be very careful. So after a month of the delivery, I'd say she went into heat right after, not exactly 1 month, but a few days plus minus, 5 days plus minus, and she went into heat again. And this time her heat lasted more than last how it was the previous times, and it was quite difficult because she was looking for exit again. And but it was easier for me to cope this time, because she once you put the kid on the mother's lap, she will forget about the heat for a while, and you just have to pet her a lot. My mother is very good at it, and she used to pet a lot, and then she will calm down. And eventually Shifu has a habit of sleeping with me almost every day, right after work or at night. But you will see this part when the distancing will start, that she will be more with the kitten and she will be less with the owner. So I have seen this. It is a bit disturbing, but I think over the time it will be very normal, and you should also let the cat and let the mother and the kitten be. So lastly, I would speak about few things on the COVID situation. And during this time, if at all you have a cat who is impregnated or is going to deliver, I would say have the minimal things with you handy, because if at all you find this available, good for you. And if it is not, then do not go barging on your online shopping, that you have to buy this, you have to buy a bed, you have to buy a room. Nothing works, because they will go into a space which they find comfortable. So that way I save some money, also some space, because if you get to have a bed and place them, I don't think so it works, because I have noticed a pattern with the cat, with Shifu and her kitten, that they change places. They change places very often. It's like 1 week in one place, so you cannot guarantee a permanent place for them. So I think it is very important that you don't spend unnecessarily on some of the things which is very very fancy, and you get very lured by the look of it when you see it online. And so trust me, the minimal things which are available with you: a pair of scissors, some blankets, some wet cloth, some a carton box. Just the space should be good enough, and it should be well lit as well as dark. So these are the few things which will be very helpful if at all you do not know that your cat is pregnant. And the symptoms, as I mentioned, if you are still not able to get it, that I'm not too sure, you have a very fair cat and usually the nipples are very pink and you cannot make a difference, wait for it and you'll see the movements in the belly. It will be very prominent, and it will be very easy to know. Lastly, before I say goodbye, I would say my personal view about spaying the cat. So Shifu is when I saw Shifu, or when she was with me, so it was the time of lockdown. It was last year, and even though I had this thought about spaying Shifu, and females are, so this is a very grand topic about neutering the cat. So which I shall try to talk about in another video maybe. So right now I would say, in my opinion, after experiencing this much of things with Shifu, I would say that a domesticated cat should be spayed, and it is for the betterment of the of the cat as well as the owner itself, because it's not so easy for you also to take care of all the things. And luckily for Shifu, it was two kittens. Ideally they give birth to more than one or two, and in Shifu's case it was not a birth at once, it was on the next. It was like the successive day she gave birth to one more kitten, because it's difficult for her as well, because she herself is just 1 year old. So I think it's quite though they are wild animals and they can give birth right from let's say they are 5 or 6 months old, but I don't think so that's right. And given the opportunity that you have all the necessary things around you, or you can say you have a good surgeon, or you have a vet, or you have the opportunity to do so, I think you should go for it and you spay your cat. And there is no hard and fast rule that you cannot spay your cat after the delivery. You can, and I am also planning to do it. So most probably after this the situation gets better, I will mostly take Shifu and I'll spay her. And I think that will be a good thing to do. It will be difficult for me also, because for females the surgery, it's it's quite difficult. And after the surgery, they have the surgery, the post-op care is quite difficult. So I am going to share more about it once I have it done. And until then, I would request everyone to stay safe. And thank you so much for my last video. You guys were so you had so many queries, and I was really glad to see that there's so many people who are facing this kind of situation, especially in our country where pet travel is so difficult. Till now, even now, the pet travel is so difficult. And to see that there were people traveling from one end to another end, it was like hats off to you people. And yeah, so that's all. And stay safe, stay home, and get vaccinated. Thank you so much. Please yes, like, share, and comment. If you have any queries, please post it. And if you want to know some more details about, or you want to see some pictures, or you want this video to have some more additional things, I'll be sharing some of the important links that I found or I read the articles before to refer during this entire experience. It was a lovely experience, and I think I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. And that's all. Thank you all, and have a great evening or great day ahead. Bye bye. Take care.